I'm Mike from Family Handyman. Now there's a number of common mistakes people make when they're doing drywall. I'm going to show you a few so that you can avoid them on your next project. First mistake you might run into is in a corner. They can be pretty tricky. When putting sheetrock into a corner, you might find that you're missing some backer here to screw the end of your sheetrock into. Now this situation is probably okay because we're only floating the sheetrock a few inches. But I've got a more ideal situation over here. Now in this situation, we've got two studs coming in at the corner. That gives us something to screw into for this piece of sheetrock. And when we put the next piece of sheetrock in the corner, we can screw into that one as well. Now this is a mistake we've all made before. We're getting into a flow, we're moving real fast, and we miss a stud. Now that's something I've got to spend time and patch. Avoid that mistake by taking a few moments and get a straight edge, marking out your stud locations. That way when you come back, you can be confident you're going to hit something behind it. Next up, outside corners. Now you might think that using the straight factory edge of the piece of sheetrock will give you that perfectly square corner. You'd be wrong. The factory edges are tapered, which will make putting on a corner bead squarely very difficult. Instead, build your corner out of two pieces of sheetrock that you've scored and cut yourself. That will give you that perfectly square corner. Sheetrock comes in a few different lengths. Avoid some extra work by getting the longest piece of sheetrock that you can fit in your job. That'll avoid extra butt joints, which means less mudding and less taping. Now another common mistake is made here at the window. Now it's really easy to run sheetrock up the edge of the window, but that puts a seam in a really bad spot at the corner, which will eventually form a crack. Avoid having to patch those cracks in the future by putting your seam in the middle of the window, lining up with the stud. That'll make your corners a lot stronger. Avoiding these common mistakes will make your next drywall project much more of a success. For more drywall tips and tricks, join us at familyhandyman.com.